it just falls apart if you hold it. Welcome to my channel. Today we are getting into 4 looks using the new Florence by Mills 16 Wishes eyeshadow palette. I am gonna break them apart because if you guys saw my other video, it was falling all over the place. So I'm gonna do a look with each section of the palette and then a look with all of the whole palette snap back together. But the other thing that I wanted to point out is I am going to be combining the 4 looks with the lip gloss comparisons all together in this video. But I'm going to go through the lip swatches real quick. There are 3 lip glosses that came out in this collection, and I have some comparison swatches in case you guys were wondering if you had one and you were wondering if they look similar of the lip glosses. So we're gonna go through that really fast. So for the first one, this is Dreamy Mills. This is more of like an iridescent color, but I compared it to Santa Sleigh and Mellow Mills. So Santa Sleigh was part of their holiday collection, and the Mellow Mills, I'm gonna get tongue-tied, is part of their permanent collection. I know a ton of people love this lip gloss, so I wanted to do a comparison with these. Next up we have Birthday Mills, which is kind of the similar color to the face mask, but I picked out all 3 of the little minis from the holiday collection. So we have Birthday Mills, Midnight Kiss, Cozy Rosie, and Mary Berry. So you can see how all of those look compared to Birthday Mills. None of them are super similar except for Midnight Kiss is the most similar, but it's a little bit more sheer. Next up we have Radiant Mills, and I wanted to compare that to her other 2 permanent lip glosses that are kind of dark. So we have Radiant Mills, Modern Mills, and Major Mills. They're not really similar. Radiant Mills is definitely more radiant and bright than these 2. So now that we got that all out of the way, I'm going to be doing my first look with the more pinky side of the palette, and I'm going to be doing a lip gloss with each look. So I'm going to prime my eyes and we're going to get right on into this first look. Alright, eyes are primed and I'm ready to go. I'm going to try and keep this pretty simple with this look since it is mostly pink and have a pop of purple. It also doesn't have any mattes in here, so this look is going to be pretty shimmery. But I'm going to start off with the shade Love. Oh, I forgot there's not a mirror. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner with Love to add that pink right away. The shade seems to be doing pretty good. It's pretty pigmented. I'm not using it wet. I'm going to take the shade Optimism, and judging by how it did last time, it wasn't that good as a shimmer, so I'm going to put it in my outer corner and then start working it into my crease. I feel like I like this purple better as a matte. And then I'm going to take the shade Freedom underneath my lower lash line. Man, these colors are working for me today. Alright, I'm going to go back in with Love, that shade that we had in our inner corner. And I'm just going to put it up into the crease ever so slightly. There we go. I like that pop of shine in there. And now I'm going to take the shade Happiness, and I'm going to use it wet this time. It still doesn't have a ton of shine to it. I just feel like thinking back to who these palettes are really, I guess, marketed to, I feel like this shade would be a bit tricky to work with. Plus, the more I dig into the shade, the more it's really starting to fall apart, and I've dug into it the same as these other shades, but for some reason it's starting to flake in there. Alright, I'm just gonna dust away the fallout from that shade, and I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna finish this look off with Birthday Mills. All right, and then this is what Birthday Mills looks like with the finished look of the pink side of the palette. I'm gonna do one more zoom in, Birthday Mills, and the finished eye look. Don't forget to let me know which of the 4 looks is your favorite in the comments. This is the end of the first look. Now let's get on to the second look with the blue side. We are jumping right into the second look. This one is with the blue shades. I'm gonna first take the shade Gratitude. Now this shade doesn't really have that much payoff to it. It's a pretty basic transition shade, and that's exactly what I'm using it for. Just kind of laying it down. Now I'm gonna take the shade Peace. This shade is a little bit more of a shimmer as well, but I'm gonna put it in my outer corner and into my crease, kind of using it the same way I use that purple. And then, oops, I'm gonna take the shade Generosity, and I'm gonna take that on a flat brush and just pack it all over my lid. This is such a cool shade. It's like muted seafoam green. And last but not least, I'm gonna take my favorite shade, Hope, and highlight my inner corner again, because this shade is bomb. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone as well. All right, I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. I'm gonna top this look off with the Dreamy Mills lip gloss. All right, and this is the finished second look. I love this green shade and that shade Hope. These two have been my favorite shades so far. Next look, we are getting into the nude palette. We're gonna say goodbye to the colors. Goodbye. Let's get on with the third look. All right, we have our third look with the neutrals palette. I'm gonna take the shade Bravery. Let's see how this shade is. Well, at least this shade shows up. I was a little worried that this shade wasn't going to show up on me, but it seems to be doing pretty good. And then I'm gonna take the shade Success. It doesn't really show up on me, but I'm gonna try and just put it right in the front of my crease here. Okay, it kind of showed up. I'm gonna take the shade Appreciation. I'm gonna try and deepen everything up. Well, that didn't really help all that much. I'm gonna take Appreciation. I'm gonna run it underneath my lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade Justice, and I'm gonna put that in the front of my crease. The one thing that's really irritating me about this palette is that I am like digging in. Like I am like coating my brush with this product, and it takes me so long to really build up any kind of color with these matte shades, and I don't really understand why that is, but it's starting to get on my nerves a bit. And then I'm gonna take this shade Courtesy, and this is one of those flaky shades, so I'm gonna wet it with a brush. And again, I'm not really that pleased with the shimmers. I don't really know why I keep wetting them and they're just not living up to it for me. I'm gonna take the shade Celebration, highlight my brow bone, and then I'm gonna take the shade Friendship and highlight my inner corner. All right, I'm gonna finish up this look. All right, I'm gonna top this look off with the Radiant Mills lip gloss. And this is what the finished third look looks like. I like the nude mixed with the brighter lip. I think that looks really cute. We are down to our fourth and final look, mixing the whole palette together. So I'm gonna start this look off by taking the shade Strength, and I'm gonna put this in my outer corner, and I'm gonna try and really build this up. I'm picking up a lot of product, like a lot of product, to get this pigment up. And then taking that same shade, I'm gonna put it under my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take the shade Love, and I'm gonna put it right in this inner corner on my crease. And then I'm gonna take the shade Generosity. I'm gonna pack that shade all over my lid. And then I'm gonna take the shade Celebration, and I'm gonna highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. All right, I'm gonna finish the rest of this look up. All right, I just topped the look off with the Birthday Mills lip gloss, and my whole thoughts after doing 4 looks with this palette, this look is definitely my favorite so far. The one biggest critique that I have with this palette, I like the color story. I think the color story is cool. I think the magnetic thing is cool. But when you honestly look at it and you think about that this is marketed for more like preteen teenagers, I don't think that the quality is up to par on the eyeshadows for the price. If this was like $20, $15, I wouldn't say anything, but because this is almost $35, there are a lot better options with very similar color stories without the extravagant packaging that I would recommend. Like, if to my cousin that's 13, if she asked me what I thought about this palette, I would not recommend this palette to her, just because, I mean, yeah, it's cute, whatever, but the quality is not gonna go that far. I mean, we're in a day and age where, like, when I was 13, I didn't have Instagram, I didn't have beauty bloggers, I didn't have TikTok or whatever else there is out there to watch like makeup videos and reviews and stuff like that. I just pretty much went along with what my friends got, and now it's a totally different story where people are watching beauty reviews while they're at school and at home, and they're looking on Instagram, and you know, like, it's a little bit of a different era of things going on. And with so many brands being out and so many different palettes, I don't think this is a palette that I would really recommend to somebody. Like, even this palette is a palette I would recommend. It has a pretty similar color story. It's got your blues, your purples, your nudes. It's got a little bit of green in there compared with the Florence palette. And you know what this brand is? It's ColourPop. ColourPop palette. And that's more affordable than this Florence palette. The other thing that I wanted to point out that's more on the nude side that I absolutely love is this Manny palette. Perfect Nudes has depth for people with deeper complexions, and then even these 2 light colors actually show up on my skin. Highlighters, you know, good shimmers that don't require a lot of effort. But this palette is $20, guys. $20. And it's fantastic quality, has a good mirror in here, it's sturdy, and I've been obsessed with this palette. But because I've had so many issues with really trying to like dig the eyeshadow brush into the eyeshadow and really try and build it up onto my eyes without a really good payoff, I am gonna have to say I don't recommend this palette. The lip glosses, like the lip glosses, you'll have to see my review on Sunday for the face mask. So far, I'm a bit disappointed. First thing being disappointed by is the magnets. I think they could have done better testing in how the magnets hold up when you grab it in different spots. I'm not touching it at all. It's literally just, it just falls apart if you hold it. And I think that it should have been a little bit of a stronger magnet if they would have done this type of packaging. And I think for the price range and for who they're marketing for, the price should have been lower or the quality should have been better. Just saying that, because just because you're marketing to someone that's 12, 13, 15 years old doesn't mean that you shouldn't have good quality products. I get it that when you're that age, you're kind of starting off in makeup, you're new to makeup, but you don't need something that you can go and get at Claire's, or like, it's just the quality is not there. And when you're up against these big brands like Morphe and ColourPop, they can do a way better formula for a way more affordable price for the age range that you're marketing to. I think you should definitely up your game in that, because I haven't been happy with the last two palettes, and I think she has a pretty big following, and I think people are gonna buy her stuff regardless because of who she is. But overall, as a person looking from the outside, I don't think it's being done all the way to its best potential, and they are growing, so I am still open. I'm still going to be buying Florence by Mills, but I'm just a little disappointed. Whatever. If you guys haven't seen my Florence by Mills initial review, I have another look in that video. It'll be right over here for you guys. This video will be suggested to by YouTube, and my face will be right here. Click on it and subscribe to my channel.